Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Calgary Stampeders game day post. Just in the morning of kickoff, or as I like to say, what? It's morning already? Yeah, actually, for a rare 2 p.m. kickoff at home, as the Calgary Stampeders will be hosting the Montreal Alouettes. This will be week 16 on Saturday, September the 23rd, and pretty much at this stage for the Calgary Stampeders, must-win territory. I would say if they want to keep their playoff streak alive, as they are 4-9 coming into this one. We are still fourth in the West Division, as the Calgary Stampeders are taking on the mentioned Montreal Alouettes. They are 6-7, tied for second in the East Division. So you can see we're running out of games and real estate. However, we can also say the Calgary Stampeders got a little bit of a favor last night, as the Ottawa RedBlacks, they pulled off the upset against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. As Ottawa, they won. It was 38-26. As Saskatchewan is 6-8, third in the East Division. So I'm going to say a win for Calgary could potentially still keep options open to either stay in the West Division, have third place, or still look at that crossover out east for third in the East, depending on after this game, as the Toronto Argonauts will be take on the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who are also 6-7 coming in this week. So I'm going to say for Calgary right now, I'm going to say we're still banged up on the 6-game injury list, as they still pretty much can almost field another football team based on that. So Calgary did not get really any healthier over the bye week last week. But it's hard to say what to expect from Calgary for this week. Is historically, we've played well coming off of a bye week. I'm going to say almost the worst case scenario was we split the Labour Day set with the Edmonton Elks to start off September. It was kind of a reverse script, because Calgary came back from 15 points down and won the Labour Day Classic 35-31. However, we lost the rematch on a last-second field goal, 25-23, as Calgary was up 23-7 at one point. So Edmonton came back from 16 points down. But one big factor why the Calgary Stampeders ultimately lost the Labor Day rematch was also another reason why the Calgary Stampeders lost the first time we played the Montreal Alouettes on the road, 25-18. Was in that game, all 18 points came off of the foot of Rene Paredes. Yes, he is one of the best kickers of all time, best in Calgary Stampeders history, and will go down as one of the best kickers of all time in the CFL. But if we're only relying on him to put points on the board, we are in trouble, as the offense stalled that entire game, while also the offense stalled in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter at critical times up at Edmonton. So hopefully the Calgary Stampeders will still be able to move the ball. And I'm going to say Jake Mayer, our quarterback, I'm going to say he is still learning the ropes, learning on being the full-time starter. I'm going to say he has looked better at moving the ball. I mean, proven from, let's say, coming back on Labor Day, and at least the first I would say 40 minutes of the Labor Day rematch. But our defense, the one thing our defense is going to have to do is stop the run. I mean, William Stanback is always the side running back, because I know he is going to play. Then they got Joshua Nantui, who played his school here in Calgary on the Montreal side. However, their offensive line still is suspect at times, so if we could pressure Cody Fajardo, who has been sacked a lot for the Montreal Alouettes. That could give Calgary an edge. I'm going to say, well, we have Kadeem Carey and Dedrick Mills in our back end, so they can get going. Of course, Reggie Bagleton still is having a monster season for the Calgary Stampeders. They're going to get Trey Odoms-Dukes back. I mean, there's still some juggling on the defensive end. I know Trey Roberson had a rough week and is out for this game. But hopefully, I'm going to say a combination of our offense not stalling at critical times or all game. See, the last time we played the Montreal Alouettes and the fourth quarter against the Edmonton Elks up in Edmonton. And I would even say for Labor Day, it was the first half the offense stalled on the Classic here in Calgary. So I think if our offense can get going, and hopefully maybe they figured that funk out during the bye, and the fact that if our defense can stop the run and pressure Cody Fajardo, make him uncomfortable and forcing some decisions, hopefully maybe looking at the standings and the number of games the Calgary Stampeders had left, and the last time the Stampeders missed the playoffs was back in 2004, when Calgary was still getting over the hangover from the Calgary Flames run to the Stanley Cup Final. Well, to put things in perspective, that was still during the F-Troop days, so we have a long playoff streak along the line. Also, the fact that the Calgary Stampeders, if they do not win this game, they're going to be assured a record of under 500, as the Calgary Stampeders, the last time they had a record under 500, actually was in 2007. The last year before we brought in Huff, when Calgary was 7-10-1 against, well, we still had Tom Higgins. He was still a great coach at the time for Calgary, but just couldn't get over the hump and lost to Saskatchewan in the playoffs. So there is some history that the Calgary Stampeders still have to try to, preserve and keep going. So I'm going to say it's a massive win. Nice the fact that this game is in the afternoon, so I can get home at a decent time. And look at the weather forecast. It's supposed to be sunny. I'll enjoy the sun on the east side stadium. And the air. Supposed to be a lot better, because that Labor Day air was brutal. And I definitely was feeling it. Felt like what would happen if I decided to take up smoking, and I definitely didn't enjoy it. So I'm just hoping for a good game. As I mentioned, our offense doesn't stall and our defense pressures Cody Fajardo. I'm expecting the Calgary Stampeders to come out firing, rested, and desperate. So what do you think? So anyway, as I close out, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, just make sure you hit like and subscribe, and all my other social media down in the description below. I mostly do Calgary sports content, and I've also been trying to do some more logging on the go, as I'm feeling a little better overall and trying to slim down a little myself, which I've had some success since the beginning of August, but I still have some draft videos I still want to finally catch up on. So I just want to say, go Stamps go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.